Oh boy. Oh my goodness, we're here. How are you guys doing out there? It's your buddy from Uncle Bruce from London, England. Oh man,
Oh my goodness,
we're
we're
in the
here.
UK. Oh, it's exciting. How are you this morning, everybody? Welcome to the show. Jen and I have landed. We are safe and sound, good as a pound here in the United Kingdom. It's all good. We left Calgary Tuesday night, got here Wednesday morning, hit the wall Wednesday afternoon, and I'm on the air today. Welcome, everyone. I have to make a clarification. I was just on the Gold Bagel level member alert show for Gold Bagel members. I mentioned on there how AMC's stock was under pressure. What I didn't mention, which has happened, the stock has traded, has reversed itself. It's now a 10-for-1 split. So AMC Entertainment Holdings Class A shares, which are now the common shares and the preferred shares, all rolled into one, and then a 10-for-1 rollback, trading at 17.40 in the pre-market, which means if you're a shareholder of the common stock, those shares now are $1.73 versus what they were yesterday, the day before, the day before. They've come down from the $3-5 neighborhood in the last couple of months now to 174 a share. The preferred shares were trading well behind the common shares all along, and now they too are worth 174 or 1740. For every 10 you had, you have one now. And so a billion shares of AMC were created momentarily, and then a 10-for-1 rollback. There are 100 million shares of AMC out there with a 1741 value per share, trading value, not a book value, trading value per share. Now, the question is, what happens now? And the likelihood is, and the thing the company should do is attempt to issue stock from the treasury at the best price you can to pay down some of that massive debt that they're carrying on their books. And that is the story, and I'm sticking to it. The question now will be how much capital can they attract, and at what price per share can they attract it? That is the ultimate. What's the story? Uh, Inventories and everything else is one thing, and liabilities is another. The long-term debt numbers are what it's all about here. Um, they have a ton of it. I'm just going to see if they can show long-term debt. $9.4 billion is what they're showing at here. And if you exclude the capitalized leases, it's 5.1 billion. And capitalized lease obligations are phenomenal. I mean, it just goes on. It's just it is a long list of issues that they have to deal with here. Their total assets are 9.1 billion. Their total liabilities are 11.7 billion. They are in debt and they owe more than what they're worth. So they need to issue paper from the treasury to balance the books out and get back to a positive shareholder equity position, and then pay a lot less money out in interest payments, no principal, lower principal payments, obviously, and hopefully turn the company into a profitable company. The question is, what are you going to get per share? If they could blow out stock at $15 a share, that would make a huge difference. If they could do 100 million, which is double the stock that's out there now, at $15, what's that, $1.5 billion? It's not even a third of what they need. Like, they got to issue 300 million shares to get $4.5 billion to get their debt down to $500 million, and that's just their debt. Their lease obligations are another 5 billion. It's huge. It is massive. So this company is going to be heavily diluted to hopefully raise money. The problem is, and the skill testing question is, who's going to buy any stock at $15? Why would anyone want to buy stock that doesn't have a dividend for $15 a share right now? If you've got cash, You got $1 billion in your pension fund or hedge fund or whatever. Why wouldn't you buy U.S. Treasuries and bring in 4.2% for just a 10-year? You could bring in almost 5% from a 2-year. You could probably negotiate private CDs for 5.5%, 6%. $1 billion, 6% return. Why not? Why bother with AMC? Because if you're a common shareholder, you're just a shareholder of a company with a gazillion shares out there, and the chances are it could go down to 10 or 5. If they don't sell enough stock to raise enough money to pay the debt down enough, the stock's going to $5 a share, which equals 50 cents a share for the common stock. There's a lot of fortunes on the line here. So there's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so AMC is done. They've done their 10-for-1 rollback. They've done their merger of their common and preferred shares, and they're now up and trading as a single unit. On Nvidia, where the action is, Nvidia is 502.83. And they are really rolling here. By the way, U.S. first-time unemployment claims moved lower in the latest week. So again, the economy is doing well in the USA. No question about that. Where was I here? I was back on my big-ass iPad. 502.50 is Nvidia right now, up 31.34. All kinds of brokerage firms, analysts are coming out this morning with raised guidance for Nvidia shares. They're all upping their target prices for Nvidia, and it's ranging from the old value was 450. They're now saying 600. Some are saying from 500 to 650, this kind of thing. So a lot of them are now in the 600 to 700 range for Nvidia's future trading target pricing. Nvidia's success is spilling over into other markets, other stocks, and that's where we come in. A lot of you are following shares of companies that are either directly or indirectly being favorably helped here. Some stocks are going up for their own reasons. Rocket Lab is up 17 cents. SoFi is up 4. GameStop is up 25. I think GameStop is up 25 because the AMC thing is finally out of the way, I'm guessing. But AMC has taken a hit. It's 17.14 a share, down from 22 just a month ago. Matterport up 4 cents. 23andMe is up 3. Spire is up a penny. Apple is still off this morning, down 47 cents. It was up 3.89 yesterday. Goldman Sachs, the bank, is off 56 cents. Cisco's up a penny. Tesla's up 2.38. ARC Innovations, the ETF, is up 31 cents. Microsoft having a very good day, up 5.99. We have a 159 gain on the Google shares, 154 on Amazon. Nvidia's up, like I said, 31.50. Unity is up 61 cents. AI is up 106 now, 33.65. It was shooting 34 this morning. Adobe is up 7.20 to 5.37. It gained $11 yesterday. And Netflix is up 44 cents after having a real good run lately from the 3.98 level just last week. Spiders are up 177 and triple Qs are up 337. Now, what is going to happen today is the question mark for the big markets. We've had a nice run up in anticipation of good Nvidia results. They have come out. Now the question is, well, what do we do now, Bruce? Don't we just isn't the game plan you sell on the news? And that could well be the game plan. We may find that shares of Nvidia will approach this 500 level, maybe be at 510, 490. We'll try to hold 500. I don't know. What we may find that other stocks are going to start getting hit with some profit taking because they've had themselves a good week or so. We'll have to follow. We'll, of course, follow that. On the futures market right now, we are sitting on, let's see if I get this to update here on my computer. Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting you can't touch the computer. You have to use a mouse. We're down 48 on the Dow. Nothing much to worry about there. We're up 19 on S&P, and we're up 147.50 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is up just short of 1 full percentage point. S&P up 0.44 of a point. and the Dow down 0.14. Crude oil flat, but is under 80, 78.95. It broke the 80 barrier yesterday when we hit the wall here and has not recovered, just under $79 a barrel. So interesting to see how oil is not, of course, reacting well because the China news is grim, really bad, like way worse than anticipated bad, getting kind of interesting over there. We'll see how that plays out. All right, there it is. Thank you all for being here. Flint Creek, I'm the number one thumbs up today, saying sweet. Hey, Uncle B, glad you're here. Nvidia to the moon. Lame Duck is here as number 3. Richard Carlin, number 4. Lorraine, good morning, Bruce. I hope you're having a good time. Hector Salamanca, good morning, number 13. Chase, Rosita Parker, hi there. Chase, I thought I was number 1. Number 14, maybe. Dean, good morning to all. No sell. You all selling GameStop puts. Option Nomads, I'm number 20. DH number 21, same as White Feather. Let's see, Wing Commander, 26 thumbs up, same with Dude. Jinx, Robert, good morning to all. Stock Marks with Brucers. Stephen Carney is here. Good morning. I'm number 38. Morning, Stephen. Steve Butler's here, number 40. Robert, thumbs up, 26. Bama Babe is here. Good morning. Drew, 44. Good morning. Alex, number 45. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for these thumbs ups, guys. Lorraine thinks she's number 44 there. Robert, Rocket Lab successful launch yesterday. Gildenness, welcome. What is your take on AMC? I already said it. 52 thumbs up for Robert. A Ghost of Bernie Madoff. CYXT. Let's see the winning bidder. Spire 1 for 8 reverse split. Go Rocket Lab. I'm accumulating these disposed of post SPACs. Buy low, sell high. Oh no. Option Nomads, other half, number 55. Welcome to the show. Welcome everybody. Good to see you folks. Good to see the SoFi now back into this 850 range, out of that 790, 810 neighborhood. We're back to here. No surprise. Yesterday's volume was incredibly light. I think at one point yesterday, I couldn't believe how light the SoFi trading was. Final volume yesterday, 21 million shares. I know several hours into the opening, we were at 9 million shares traded. I mean, it was really quiet. But it's been a couple of decent days of up moves, and we've gotten away from that low 8 range to bounce back to here. Now the question is, do we continue adding 50 cents a week to SoFi, a little here, a little there, a little here, a little there, and bounce back to this 10, 50, 11 range before the next earnings report comes out, obviously two and a half months from now? By the time we get there, are we going to be in that 13 to 15 neighborhood and anticipating an earnings release that says we made money, we're profitable this last quarter, and we expect to be ever more profitable every quarter from now on? We get to that point, and look out, man, we are underway. So we'll see. It isn't. You can't call the bottom. You can't call the end of a trading range. You can't call another one. But to me, 843 opportunity knocks over there. Options, cash secured puts. Cash secured puts are the way to go on SoFi. Can I say that any better than that? No, that's the way to go. GameStop, 1689 was the close last night. Like I said, we're just over 17 now. Cash secured puts around 15s might be a real good idea there. We're probably going to have a little bump up now coming into the earnings in the next 10 days. And we'll just see how it all kind of works out. We've got a lot to watch in a short period of time. There should be a lot of volatility today and tomorrow with Options Friday. Can you imagine? Just think how many options are going to be settled now on Nvidia for the week. I mean, man, oh man, have people been betting the farm on Nvidia one way or the other? And oh my God, there's got to be huge fortunes on the line. AI of 33.43 this morning. We've already been in the 34.20 range. Will we pop into the 35-36 neighborhood now? Is there going to be anticipation of the kind of earnings that these guys might be posting? This is the big question out there. A lot to follow, a lot to watch. We'll see. The market cap of AI, 3.6 billion. It is so tiny that they don't need to generate $1 billion in sales to justify a $50 stock. We'll find out once they release, I don't know what the dates are. If anyone knows AI's actual date for earnings, do let me know, and we'll try to keep an eye on that. My hunch is that it isn't going to be so long. September 6th, maybe. Looks like announcing financial results for the first quarter fiscal year 2024 on September 6th. So we're talking 12 days, less than 2 weeks. AI will speak. Will there be a run up on AI coming into that date? And the run up will be what, 34 to 40? Will that be the number? Would it be 34 to 44, 45? Is that the number? I don't know. We'll figure that out. Okay, that's the story on that one. September 6th, AI. You darn right we'll be following that. For sure we'll be following the AI story. Okay, everybody. Thank you all for popping in. It's great seeing you here from London. JR, number 55. Good morning, everybody. Big ASUS number 53. Welcome. Welcome to the saner side of the pond, I got to say. Jen and I were taking a walk today just to the Waterloo rail station here, South London, this area, and calm and sophisticated, all grown up families, mom, dad, and kids. We noticed it was lightly drizzling this morning, just light drizzle. No motorbikes. But when there are motorbikes, no choppers, no loud exhaust systems. The London City of London, I should say, their council has made it next to impossible to get licensed operating highly flammable, heavy petrol using vehicles. You got a diesel spewing truck. Very difficult to bring big rigs down here. Taxis have to be hybrid or electric now to even be licensed to be down here. They're whisper quiet. They don't smell. The vehicles are electric or hybrid as well, and it's such a difference. I mean, it's incredible, the difference. Sidewalks are spotless. I was looking outside the hotel here. There's a little alleyway behind me. It's like a 2-lane roadway. It's not even an alley. It's quasi alley. Spotless. There was a guy picking up scraps of paper, City of London employee with a push unit, because he didn't need a truck to pick up paper off the streets. There isn't any. It's surprising. Well, it's pleasant. It's just a level, just another level. It's just another level here. And is it better than everywhere else? I can't say that, but it's pretty darn good for a city of the size that it is. Feel safe? Yeah, you feel safe. Did I see homeless people? I did. There are homeless people here. There are people who are, on the streets in the daytime and in a shelter at night. Yes, this is not Shangri-La. There are people here who have issues as well. But boy, I'll tell you, it's well run. I will say, though, in the rail station, we went into a store, pharmacy kind of place, Boots it's called. 3 security guards in the store, one at the front, one at the middle, one at the back. Security guards everywhere. But I will say this, a high number of single women shopping comfortably. And that is the other thing. And so the clientele are reassured that no issues will be happening here. Anyone wanting to cause trouble, they don't go to that store. It's pointless. It's just different. Cameras everywhere. Yep, the cameras are everywhere. Have been for decades in this city. But it is a pleasant place to walk, and it is not a scary place to hang out at. Just to prove to you that I was here. Let's see if I can do this right. Yeah, here we go. I'll try to show you this photo if this is possible. Here I am, the London Eye. No question about it. I'm really here. I'm not kidding. Try to get that ring light out of there. There you go. Really great. This is in the morning. Folks are on their way to work, and the railway station is clean, spotless, impressive. And this isn't the biggest one in the city. This is like the third, fourth biggest rail station in the city, where you have a convergence of buses, subway, and trains all coming in. It is something to behold. And they had an information booth. The guy was sitting in the booth, sitting on a chair with a little round little unit with no bulletproof glass, no glass, no wires, no bars. He's just sitting there, and you can come right up to him and talk to him. I thought, well, this is kind of nice. This is pretty good. I asked him two questions. I wanted to ask about my Eurorail pass, and I asked him, do you know what the lottery numbers are for this week? And you got a kick out of that. Excellent service, and easygoing and polite, and they know what they're doing. And the ticket people, they are behind glass, yes, because they used to handle cash and all that sort of stuff. But the information people and security guards are everywhere, and come up to them and chat with them. Not a problem at all. You're not inconveniencing them. They're not mad at you. It's great. It's nice. It's very nice. Anyway, thank you all for being here. John Anderson, hello there. Initial XE is here. Good morning. Clay 180, this might be a sell the news day. Nvidia has nearly quintupled this year. Karen D is here, number 64. Not a lurker, 68 thumbs up, Bruce. Welcome to England, Governor, says Bobby Atkinson. Matthew, good morning, everybody. Number 73 thumbs up. Yes, Lissy is saying ULEZ, ultra low emission zone in many parts of London. We had a very, again, another one of these exceptionally wonderful drives from the airport into town. We took a cab. We know it's the most expensive way to go. We know that. But it's the most pleasurable way to go, because you're generally speaking to someone behind the wheel who knows a lot of stuff about London. And I asked the gentleman, how long have you been a driver? And he said 36 years. He's got three to go, and he's retiring. He's 62. He's going to 65, 66. He retires. And we talked about all kinds of stuff. And I asked him about his kids. And your kids driving cab? He goes, oh, no. I did the heavy lifting of driving a cab so they wouldn't have to. A very interesting revelation. All three children successful. His youngest is a professional golfer. European tour. We just went off on that chat. That was fantastic. And his cab is a hybrid cab. He says in the city, it runs on battery because it doesn't go over 30 miles an hour. In the city, it's all electric. On the highway, he says it drives up to 45, 50 kilometers, clicks over to the engine, and it powers the battery back up. He says it's fantastic. He said a lot of new cabs coming out are all electric, like Teslas. They're all electric, and they are whisper quiet and very clean. Very interesting. When are you coming to Dublin, Bruce? I don't know, Waverley. James, if you think London's nice, you'd be blown away by Zurich or Copenhagen. I think I will be. Lorraine, isn't England a very small country? Well, when you compare it to the size of Texas, but, on your feet, we walked probably 2 miles today in distance. And, 2 miles, we saw a lot. In Texas, I don't think 2 miles you'll see so much. It's pretty wide open. It's all relative, isn't it? Not a lurker. I'm going to sending you an email for the meet and greet in October. Fantastic. I got one yesterday from somebody who said, I'm coming for sure for 2 people. Please do send me an email. If you are looking to join Jennifer and I live in Secaucus, New Jersey, October the 21st at the Harmony Suites Hotel, please send me an email letting me know, yes, I'm coming. I'm bringing my friend, my wife, my boyfriend, my girl, my husband, whatever, how many are coming, just to help me out. I need to tell the hotel in the next 2 weeks how many people are showing up. And that will tell me what size room we have. And if you let me know, I can let them know. And away we are. Okay, everybody. Thank you, everybody, so much. Let's see. Let's go. The size of Ontario, Lorraine, says Bobby. JR, great to see you, Uncle B. Thank you, my friend. Great to be with you guys again today. We are 36 minutes away from opening this market. Nvidia 50209 looks like the morning quote right now. Rocket Labs up 12 to 610. It looks like. Good to see some stocks moving higher. SoFi 853 looks like it's up about a dime. And the markets in Europe are mixed at the moment, flat to mixed. In the U.S., the Dow's off 57 points. S&P is up 17, and NASDAQ is up 142, up 0.93 of a percentage point. Boeing stock drops 2.6% in pre-market trading because 737 delivery problems have popped up again. Crude oil is down 27 cents a barrel to 78.62. That 80 level could not be held. It got to 83-ish maybe a week and a half ago. We already backed off almost $5 a barrel, and now I wonder if we're heading back to the 70 level yet again. We're coming to the fall driving season. September 4, I think, is Labor Day. That's over. That's the end of it. That's the end of the summer driving season. We didn't get past the mid 80s at all, and now we're going to have a slump in driving as typical, and we'll have a shoulder season. We may well have a substantial back off of the oil price. China is not buying oil, that's for sure. They're drowning in it over there. Double D present. I am in the house. Welcome one, welcome all. Thank you for the 81 and counting thumbs ups for the show out of the United Kingdom. I appreciate you all so much for doing this for us. Great to have you here, and welcome to the party, everybody, as we watch how Nvidia will open today after posting phenomenal numbers yesterday. Absolutely phenomenal numbers. Nvidia did not disappoint on its results. Nvidia came together and brought home the bacon. So that's a good thing to see. This is affecting other stocks in New York, definitely positively, and we'll see how much it takes companies forward. There is the risk of some profit taking coming in, but I don't know if it's going to last much, because what seems to be happening here with regard to some of the analysts, some of these publications, they're saying, you know what, because Nvidia blew the doors off as much as they did, to the tune of billions of dollars more in sales, they didn't do 5% better than thought. Like they blew the doors off the top, and the margins are massive, and it's expected to continue. This is showing analysts how deep the AI demand really is. This is the tip of the iceberg. The chips, that's just the very tip of the iceberg. From the chips, you go to the hardware, and from the hardware, you go to the software, and we expand out to the base of this pyramid. That is where tens of billions of dollars or hundreds of billions of dollars will be spent. And then, of course, the users of this merchandise, trillions of dollars of opportunity. The spin-off effect is unimaginable. And so that's where some of these analysts are going, you know, it's time to make your move into AI stocks today, because Nvidia has given you all the excuses you need to know. If the Nvidia people can't keep up with orders, and they've blown their numbers out by almost 100%, they're growing at leaps and bounds. This company is going to be way over $1.5 trillion to $2 trillion in value. It might become the second most valuable company in the world behind Apple. That kind of potential. What do you think the rest of the business is going to do? Microsoft, Google, Amazon, every other major software creator, Oracles of the world, and the Cisco people, and it just goes on and on and on. And so, yeah, this is the real deal. And some analysts are going, time to buy for 5-10 years. It's now time to make a 5-10 year investment in this segment, because this is the growth area of high tech. This is it. AI is real and is global and will really pick up. It will really pick up. Novel Lurker says, is AJ lurking, by the way? Frankie, good morning. I'm number 82. Thank you, everybody, for the thumbs up notifications, telling the world that you are here and you've hit the thumbs up button. 86 are now in the house. Keep them coming in, kids. We want a boost from London. If you could help us out, let the world know Uncle B is in London, England. Watch this guy. Watch this. That would be great. On the morning show, I did something else for my Gold Bagel members this morning. You may have recalled, if you were here on Monday, you might recall that I came on the air at that time and said to those of you who are doing iron condor trades, that a number of you are trying to do iron condor trades on indexes and, of course, on stocks. And a number of you have been trying to time the market or peg your iron condor contracts with only a few days in mind for your positions. You wanted to do 2-day or 3-day in index iron condors. You wanted to do weekly stock condors. Nothing wrong with any of those strategies. I brought up another idea for you to keep in mind. I brought up the idea that it might be I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea who did that. I don't know what that is. I wish I could tell you. Yeah, my big ass iPad showed me a Twitter tweet, but it has to do with interest rate expectations. No idea what's going on there. Just lower your volume on your iPad. Yeah, I've got it almost at zero. So that's not where this came from. In any event, kids, having all kinds of fun here. Never a dull moment. Good times. Don't know what to make of this. Hang on a second. I want to double check something else here. I want to get out of there, and I want to go there, and I want to go, and I want to do that. I mentioned to you on Monday about the idea of creating iron condors on index options or stocks that were longer than a week, maybe 2 weeks in length, to give you the opportunity to create a put position and a call position with a much higher spread to avoid getting caught too tight with a very volatile market. I didn't want you to get caught where in 2 days the market ran up or went down so quickly that all of a sudden your calls or puts were in the money. That's not the point with iron condors. The point of an iron condor is to write or buy calls and puts that are so far away from the market itself that any of these will have any value at all at the end of the trade, because the whole point of the trade is it's a credit spread. You bring cash into your account up front and look to hang on to as much of it as possible with as little as risk as possible. And one way to bring your risk lower in an iron condor trade is to widen the spread between calls and puts. You have to widen it. And one way to widen spreads on index iron condors is to write 2-week long condors. Now, some of you out there are saying, Bruce, I don't want to be sitting on 2 weeks before my iron condor goes through the expiry. And I say, I agree. And this strategy is the kind of strategy where that's not necessarily the case. You might write a 2-week condor, create a 2-week condor, but you could well be out of it a week from now, 4 or 5 days from now, or from creation. And what I talked about on Monday was for spiders, an example on SPYs. I was talking about SPYs that were priced at 450 to 460 on the high end, and that they were priced at 405 to 415 on the low end. This was Monday morning. And this week, we've had an up week. No question. It's been an up week this week. Closed spiders yesterday at 443, up 488 just yesterday. And a week ago, we were sitting much lower in, I believe, the 420 range or something like that, 430 range. We've had a nice little pump. Here we go, right here. Let me double check my numbers so I don't just blow hot air. Here we are. Last week, yeah, we were sitting around 434, 433.85 on the 18th of August, 6 days ago. On the 21st, we were at 435. Here we are at 445 right now. We're up $2 this morning. So writing these calls or producing these calls at 450, 460 with a 445 market means that you are still out of the money, even after a great week that we've already had. Today, we will wonder, is this a sell on the news kind of day today? If that's what's going to happen, these SPYs might give up a few dollars by the time the day is all said and done. And tomorrow, Friday, not the expiry, because I talked about September the 8th expiry on this example, but with a week to go, we could well be looking at SPYs that could be, between $6 and $10 out of the money, even though they got a little closer than that during the week. So the key here is on the put side, the puts were 405 and 415. The 405s would have been written at 116 approximately. The put purchased would have been 64 cents. Those are now down 21 and 39 cents respectively. Those have been really wiped off the face of the earth because they are so far out of the money. Even though they do have 8 days of life left in them, they are way out of the money. And so they are really losing their value. The calls have gone up. Absolutely. Calls that were written were 124. They're well into the 2 level now. They're going to open up maybe a tad higher than that. The 460s that were purchased, they were only 18 cents. So they're probably now 28 to 35 cents each. So they're higher, yeah, but not that much because they're out of the money and they don't have 10 trading days anymore. They have 6 trading days, and next week they will get shellacked again. So this is the kind of strategy I'm leaning towards for you folks to take a look. Maybe every second or third day going in time, you would create a new condor for 2 weeks out, 2 weeks out, 2 weeks out, always forward, always forward. And as we move along the road, you'll see the market trending one way or the other, and you'll be able to start shifting these calls or puts as we get closer and closer to expiry. These put contracts that I talked about, the 405s and the 415s, they're so low now, you could be looking at rolling into 410s and 415s, or 415s and 420s. You can go from a $10 spread to a $5 spread on the puts, which takes 500 off the risk factor on the put side of the condor. On the call side, if there's a topping out here today and we have a bit of a profit taking in the next day or so, you may find that the calls might be settling more in this 435 to 440 range and not 445 range. All of a sudden, you may find that the 450, 60s, you might drip to 445 to 455, taking the $10 spread to $5 as well on the call side, and bringing in the 2 a little bit closer as we run out of time for these contracts. This could be Monday. This could be Tuesday. There's no urgency to have it done today. Interesting to watch. On the put side, it might be worth your while later today or tomorrow to make the first move, the puts, where you roll out of the puts you had into new puts that are closer to the market for an added credit into your account, and you reduce the risk from $10 a contract to $5. That's a double whammy in your favor. Then you can look at the call side either Friday or Monday, and you may find that that is when you're going to move the call spreads from 10 to 5. Even if you have 450 calls written and 460 calls that you're long on, you may find that the 460s are worth so little money, you can now sell those off and buy 455s. And that will tighten the spread on the call side down to $5 maximum risk. You may find that some of you out there will go, oh, no, I'm going $3 maximum risk, Bruce. As these expire, come up to expiry and they're still out of the money, I'm going to bring my 10s to 6s, and then I'm going to go down to $3 of risk only on my call options. That way, the most I can lose is $300 on the call side of the trade, less the credit I've already received, which started off at 158 when these were created. And you might have been able to bump the credits up to $2 with these increased credits that you'll be getting on these puts. Strategy to consider, strategy to think about, strategy to look into. And this is going on and will happen on every condor you create. So if on Monday you created this condor I'm talking about, and on Wednesday, yesterday, you created a condor that expires September 15th, and on Monday, you're going to create a condor that expires September 15 or 22. And on Wednesday, you're going to create a condor that expires September 15 or 22. You can see what's going on here. You are going forward all the time with a new set of condors, depending how many you want to write, and you're beginning to adjust them and choke them in as you come in on time. As time evaporates, so does the ability of the volatility to really go out of the whack, and you begin to tighten up. And that's where you can add additional capital to your bottom line. Okay. A couple of thoughts. Just wanted to throw them your way. All right. Is Auntie Jen lurking? Says not a lurker anymore. Auntie Jen is in the room. You might see her hand if she pulls it out over there. Wait a second. Yeah, there's her fingers right over there. You see her? There's your hand, palm of her hand. There it is. Oh, yeah, she's here. All right. Frankie, good morning. I'm number 82. Richard Carlin, time to wake up. James, weekly fire alarm. Touch grass. They found him. Richard, hello, Auntie Jen. Cindy B, and number 88. Dude, still sleeping here. Bagel Babe, important stock market alert. Bobby Atkinson, a British swatting. Larry Titus, good morning, all. BP, Uncle Bruce, you need to come up to the real England rather than London, you know. Try the West Country, Bath, Somerset, Cornwall. Yeah, we did Bath the first time we were ever here, the three of us, Jennifer and Jen Jr. and I, we were in Bath for 9 days, went to Wookie Hole and did Bristol and Stonehenge. We did Stonehenge. We did Weston Supermare. We did Portsmouth, and that was on our drive towards Dover. We drove. We went south along the coast and went over to Dover. Spent a few days in Dover. Even took a ferry to France and back one day. Yes, was it HMS Victory? Was it the Victory? Yeah, HMS Victory. Took a tour of the Victory. We did our thing there, and lovely, absolutely lovely. That was in 1999. I'm sure a little while ago, and I'm sure it's still lovely indeed. Yes, we did enjoy it. We're heading to Liverpool next week, couple of days. Not that that's the country, but we're going to Liverpool. I've always wanted to go to Liverpool. Beatle fan, you know, what can I say? And then from there back, we head to Germany. So we got the UK for a solid week, and we're going to see a soccer game. I'm going to see a soccer game in Germany. That's right. We're going to see a football game in Germany. That's right. We're going to see some real football, they say. Did you see the little people in Stonehenge? No, but we imagined writing it all out on a napkin, how it would all work out. And the 18-inch tall Stonehenge figures. Actually, the Stonehenge would be 18 inches, and the people around would be 24 to 36. Yes, indeed. I'd like to see Uncle Bruce in Yorkshire, says a dude. Waverley, nobody knows who they were or what they were doing there. Yes, indeed. Cindy, I bought an Iron Condor on Monday when SPY was lower, expiring tomorrow, 428.29, 455.56. Should I adjust? Well, let's take a look. Where were we tomorrow? We were 443 last night, so we're 445. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything for tomorrow, Cindy. You may find that all 4 of those contracts will die worthless, and you can keep the credit, and then you can work on your next Iron Condor, which might be a week or 2 forward. Waverly is laughing out loud. Dude, Uncle Bruce live in Leeds. There you go, live in Leeds. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I can handle it. Oh, yes, everybody. Thank you all so much for being part of the show today from London. We are going live in 16 minutes. Larry Titus, I hope, is in the house and will hit the bells for us.
Someone's got to hit that bell.
Someone's got to do it. It's got to be Larry. It can't be anyone else but Larry. We'll find out how that all works out.
It's Larry.
It can't be. It's not real. I mean, if it's...
This will be a fun start.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's going to be quite the...
a few people watching.
Quite the party today to start the things off. There's no doubt about that. Absolutely. Yeah, my phone is acting up. This whole thing that happened here. It's weird, very weird what took place here. My phone is all goofy.
Toss it over to.
Hang on, I'm going to try to fix it myself with this quick bunch of swiping of my fingers here and see if this works here. I don't know.
You might have got an alert on the Alberta wildfires.
I don't know about that. I've got my phone that just doesn't want to open up now. It's just sitting here. It does have internet. It's true. Yeah, there's a refresh there. And if I go here, no, I'm all screwed up. So yeah, maybe Jen can fix it. There it goes. There goes the suitcase. There goes the iPhone. Live in Leeds, dude. Dublin trip got booted off the itinerary then. Yes, it did. Unfortunately, we can't do Dublin. Never mind. Next time. Yeah, we're thinking we might do. We would really like to do a Scottish Isle cruise, and if that could include a couple of stops in Ireland, that would be great. But
we're going to do that cruise. We just couldn't do it this year.
Not this year. Couldn't pull it off this year. But if we can do it next year, great. If not, we may just do a trip to Ireland, dedicate a trip to Ireland for a while. And then from there, we'll see. But at this point, it's way too early to speculate. We don't know. Bath is beautiful, says BP. City with ancient Roman thermal baths. Yeah, we took the tour, the underground extended tour back in '99, which was like an hour and a half long. Fantastic. I don't know if they still offer it, but we really enjoyed that. Yeah, I've always been intrigued by that. Dude, I can see Uncle Bruce in a council flat eating a pudding. Okay.
A Sally Lund bun.
A Sally Lund bun. There you go. Any luck with the phone?
No, I'm giving it a moment.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah, we enjoyed Bath. We were in a bed and breakfast in a house that was once an estate, big place, beautiful grounds, and a wonderful couple that we met at the time. And we were going to spend a week, and we ended up spending 9 or 10 days. And we really enjoyed it. We discovered the area all around there because we had rented a vehicle at the time. And
it's a good central point.
It really worked out. Yeah. We could see a lot of places from Bath. Day trips. We did a lot of day trips. And then traveled the South Coast back to, worked our way to Dover, which is as close to kind of Calais as you can get. And at the time that we were in Dover, don't mind me, I'm just adjusting my seat here. I've got pillows on a hard plastic seat. We were in Dover. At that time, they still had a hovercraft that went across the channel with the 4 giant propellers on the top of the hovercraft. If you look up YouTube videos, English Channel hovercraft, you'll see videos of this thing. And those were huge for a hovercraft, but compared to the ferries, miniature, absolutely tiny, much more expensive at the time, but quicker. And so I was enjoying watching those come and go into the harbor in Dover. And from Dover, we ended up working our way to Canterbury and then to Heathrow, and we flew out back to Canada. That was 1999, 24 years ago. Gosh, unbelievable. Yeah, I was 43 at the time, and Jen Jr. was all of 11, 12 years old. So yeah, mom and dad and the little girl, I'll tell you, that was something. HMS Victory at Portsmouth Harbor. Yep, we toured that one. Hawkeye, good day.
Brass plaque to say this is where Admiral Nelson fell.
Yes, Hawkeye number 104. Thank you, BP. I can't believe my lame joke was almost spot on to some of the sites for Bath. Clay, that's going on the future vacation shop list for me. Yeah, we'd highly recommend
Okay,
Bath.
right.
I can't recommend Bath highly enough. Certainly worth a visit, and more than a day or two. It's really
Oh
lovely.
yeah.
The fashion museum is
Oh,
there.
the fashion museum.
That
is
alone is
amazing as well.
an all day
Yeah.
enjoyment that you will not believe how much you'll enjoy the fashion museum. I went along because the girls wanted to go. This was not a fashion of today museum. This is the history of clothing
Mhm.
museum. It's really interesting stuff. Um, Alrighty. Well, hopefully this is working now. We'll see if this is doing what it's
Nate said
supposed to
we're
do.
gonna.
Oh yeah, this is working. Now we can get, there we go. We see the, well, I can now get my futures up here as I was hoping. 53 points on the Dow, onto the negative side. We have 10 minutes to go before we open up. We're up 18 on S&P, up 147 on Nasdaq, and we're down 81 cents a barrel on oil at 78.10 at the moment. All right. And here's another. These headlines come out every once in a while. Morgan Stanley, J.P. Morgan, Goldman, all in a $500 million settlement deal for a stock lending antitrust suit. It's incredible the kind of fines these firms pay for the shenanigans that they allow to happen in their books. It blows my mind just how ridiculous the shenanigans are over the decades. The kind of money that these guys can, quote, afford to pay out to be bad bookies. It's pretty crazy. I did notice a particular announcement that was made by the SEC. The SEC made I guess an announcement. I guess that's the right word. New rules for hedge funds, privately run hedge funds. New rules on how to, what's the word I'm looking for? How to disclosure rules, fee structures, new rules regarding side deals that were being made with larger clients. This should come as no surprise to any of you out there, some of the shenanigans going on. What was happening was a hedge fund would have, $500 million of assets under management from 10 or 20 people. And then they would talk to a pension fund. They would talk to a life insurance company, whatever, and it would be a big client. And that client would be willing to put in 500 million or $1 billion into their fund to help them, let them manage that. These guys would cut the larger client a better commission rate and a better profit sharing deal on the same performance. They would lump all the money together with their smaller investors, go out and try to make money with that money, and give the larger player a better deal than the smaller player. And the SEC is going, no, you're not doing that. That's out the door. None of that crap. Whatever deal you make with everybody. All your clients are the same. You can't have a certain client get a larger percentage of one trade. If you make a $10 million profit in one day on Nvidia, you can't give a larger percentage of that 10 million to these guys because they gave you more money. If everyone should get 10%, they should all get 10%. Or you get whatever you get, a performance bonus. That's the performance bonus, and everyone else gets their net return on whatever money you made for a quarter or a year or however you did the deal. And the amazing thing about it to me was how bitter a fight these funds put up against these changes. They didn't want any part. They wanted to be left alone to do whatever they did without any interference from the government. They considered this government interference in their affairs. And the government's going, the SEC is going, we're trying to do a transparency. We're trying to let all the investors know inside that hedge fund that you're not all the same. You have to disclose these deals. so that the little guy knows what the big guy gets and can decide whether or not they can live with this arrangement or not. Because right now it's all hidden behind curtains and closed doors, and a deal for you and a deal for you and a deal for you. You have no idea where you stand inside the fund. Got to make you wonder. Amazing to me. What was not included was a disclosure of short positions. Isn't that funny? They just can't. The SEC just can't seem to pass a rule that makes all investors who short and go long and are publicly reportable, they have to report their short positions. They don't have to do it. Only the long positions are reported, not the short positions, which of course leaves the entire market open to massive abuse, massive shenaniganism, and there isn't a darn thing the SEC is able to do about it. It blows my mind how completely in the palm of the hand of the promoters of these massive entities, they have the SEC in the palm of their hand because of all the politicians on these boards. It's just ridiculous. It is such a stacked game, and I just wonder how on earth this will ever be broken. I just do not know. All right. Mr. Wallace, is it still good to sell January 30 puts on AI or wait until after report earnings? Oh, well, if you're gambling on the future of AI by writing cash secured puts, my thinking is if you're going to write cash secured puts, you definitely want to go at least out to January, giving you a lot of time to bring in first of all, you want to bring as big a premium as you can, and you can get a very nice premium on AI if you issue cash secured puts for January. Number two, you want to have time to make your move and catch a wave, whatever, a good wave versus a bad wave. And so, yeah, I would say it's a very good idea to look at January cash secured puts for AI. Absolutely. Coffee Kids Trading. I'm number 104 today. Welcome, BP. I know why. That's why I mentioned the Bath thing, says Clay. Lame. Does anyone else still writing poor my cover calls on GameStop? I have 20, not making a lot since the stock is down. Again, you have to decide for yourself whether you're going to write cash secured puts on GameStop, which GameStop puts you want to write on, how long you want to go. My recommendations are still the same as always. January would be the contracts I'd be looking to write out to January, and I'd be looking at 21.25s to 22.50s, but that's just me. Bobby Joe, did I hear a slip up at 30? I have no idea. Sky High Kite, Lame Duck, I bought back all my GameStop covered calls for a modest gain a couple weeks ago. Wish I'd followed the rules, always be writing, and don't fear the writing position because I missed out on more profits. When you guys start getting cute and getting, you start thinking you know more about the market than the market knows about you, you're dead in the water. And yeah, there it is. White Feather, Lame Duck. I was writing cash covered calls on GameStop shares. I decided to sell off the shares, and I bought deep in the money AI calls instead. Chris, love London, such a nice city. Who cares? Says, joining late today. Is anyone considering writing iron condors on SPY today? Well, again, we talked about this a few minutes ago about writing iron condors on SPY for a longer time frame, to bring in bigger credits and give yourself a way higher spread between puts and calls. Up to you to decide, though. Lame Duck, I made about 22 this month on poor man covered calls. GameStop, 30 days out. Deuce Caboose, 109 here on the thumbs up meter. Hey, man, hair is looking good. Who cares? Says, I'm playing with numbers, but end up with low returns with high risk. Chris M., number 109, Bruce, on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, everyone, for these thumbs ups. We are 2 minutes away from opening for trading. Larry Titus is just about to nail that thumbs up for that bell button, and I appreciate it, Larry, very much, letting us know that we are about to start rocking and rolling here for another fun day till Daddy takes that T-bird away. Good stuff, man. Thank you so much. 1 minute and counting now. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for subscribing to this channel, everyone. Thank you for those of you who are upgrading your subscriptions to the gold level. It is very much appreciated. And sorry we couldn't get the primetime show in last night. I was sleeping like a log. Yeah, Jen and I were gone. We were so gone. Welcome all to the party. Thank you all for being members of the channel. We're going member only on the commentary right now, and we invite you, both of us, to become members of this channel ASAP. Join the party, and please be a member of Stock Markets with Bruce, whether it's Gold Bagel level or Chilling with Uncle Bruce member. We love to have you here, and we thank you all so much for supporting us. It's why one of the reasons we're here. I'll tell you that right now. Thank you. All right, there it is. We're getting the bells. We're going to ring here and get things started. Thank you, Larry Titus. There's the bells right there. Fantastic. Bobby Joe, Jackson Hole tomorrow. I don't know if short iron condos are safe right now. Splair, howdy y'all. Wishing everybody here enjoyable, successful day. Cloud 7 travel. Bruce, have a great trip. Thank you, my friend. Deuce Caboose, haven't been in a while. Do you think ME is going the ATIP route? I have no idea, Deuce Caboose. I do not know the short-term, medium-term trading range of the stock. I can't tell you. I'm frustrated. Don't like it down here, but I mentioned to everyone, you just pick it up and average down, pick it up and average down, pick it up and average down, and wait it out. The results will come. Lame duck. I went to AMC cash secured puts, made about 13 grand for a month. Now I'm against it now with the reverse split. Larry has hit the bells. JR, did you watch the clown show from the US yesterday, Uncle Bruce? No, I was asleep, and I was glad I was. So I didn't have to watch it. Dude, I wrote 3 GameStops at 20 for October 24. I got 474 each on Monday. I've mostly been writing in the money calls and rolling up. Interesting. Spicy. Why does GameStop keep going down? More sellers than buyers, probably. And number 118 says Spicy Android. Thank you. I think the other thing about GameStop is that there are these foolish people, I mean idiots, who are convinced there's a connection between GameStop and AMC, which there isn't. And there will never be a connection, ever. And when AMC dropped, GameStop dropped, and it makes no sense. Zero. But the disconnect is hard to find, I'll tell you that. Right now, I see GameStop at $16.95, up 6 cents on the session. We're open now with the Dow up 14 points. We've got, otherwise in the U.S., S&P up 13.5, NASDAQ up 85. Oil down 79 cents to 18.11 or something like that. We have Spiders up 133, Triple Q's up 247, SoFi down 3 cents, Apple down 44, Netflix is off 655 to 421, AI is down 16 cents, Nvidia up $21, 492, and counting at the moment, 493.97. We're going to be all over the map here. Tesla down 40 cents to 236. Rocket Lab up 8 cents. Matterport up 1.5. Smart Rent up 2.5. Unity is up 34. Google up $1.30. Moderna is down 87 cents. Cisco is up 34. Pfizer down 22. IBM is up 31. HPQ up 11. Microsoft still holding a gain, 280 today. Amazon up 50 cents. Home Depot up 32. Vanek Vector's up nicely, 238 to 155. Adobe up 5.25. Goldman up 67. Boeing down 670. It's up 737 Max delivery problems are popped up again on Boeing. Meta up 212, Target down 32, JP Morgan up 88, Costco down 120, Walmart up 37, Disney down 37, American Airlines down 7, DraftKings up 22. AMC now $15.94, $15.94, down 366. It was a 360 stock just 6 days ago. Last month, August 11th, was a 463 stock. Back in July 24, it was a $51 stock, or $5.10. And it's now $1.59 a share, down 368 today, or 36.8 cents, from this $192 neighborhood to here on 2.9 million, which used to be 29 million volume. The AMC shareholders are being wiped out in book value right now on this 10-for-1 rollback, stock split, and merger of the preferred shares and the common shares into one, which took the company from 500 million to a billion shares, now to 100 million shares. Not good at all. And that's the story. And that's what's been dreaded by a lot of shareholders. They were dreading this. Matthew saying, I can't do any trades right now because I'm moving my account from TD Ameritrade to E-Trade. But right now I'm looking over iron condos and trying the perfect trade. Right on, sir. Right on. The Dow now down 19, officially down 19 points. Let me double check that over here on the US side. Here it is. Let's see if I can get this to work. Used to be a lot easier. It's not that easy anymore. Down 29 on the Dow, up 9.8 on S&P, up 64 on NASDAQ. So the three indexes are slumping. Sell on the news mentality is kicking in. We'll see how far the sell on the news really takes us. That's the story. GameStop down a dime. SoFi down 2 cents. Apple down $1.19. Netflix down 6.10. AI up 12 cents. Nvidia up $23, $494.39. Tesla down $1.13. Rocket Lab is up 6 cents. Matterport is up about 2. SmartBrand up 2.5. Owens Corning down 36 cents. ATIP up 38. Unity up 16. Google up 14. Slight gains, a couple losses here and there. That's what's going on first thing this morning. There you have it, kids. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. I have 123 thumbs ups going today. Thank you all. Cheers to you from the UK. Thank you very much being part of the gang today. I hope you're having a good one out there, and I'm going to be making some dough. That would be lovely. All right. And there we go over there. Fantastic. All right. Spiders are up 90 cents. Triple Qs are up 130. They're slumping a bit from their highs, but they are still gaining on the day. Dow is now positive 9 points. So we've turned around the market on the Dow at this point. We'll see where we're headed from here. Okay. That's the story, guys. Welcome all to the party. Nice to have you here. Never any dull moment anywhere. 1675 last on GameStop, down 14 cents. It looks like it's stopped most of its bloodletting at this point. Results September the 6th. Could it be that in the week before the results, could it be that the stock will have a nice little run? That would be lovely. Jen just loves it when I adjust my seat. I'm sitting on pillows because my chair is solid plastic, hard as rock. So I've got pillows on my butt because I'm sitting here for 2 hours. I have to stand up once in a while and adjust the pillows. She chortles. She snickers.
It's the princess and the pea with your little princess tush.
See, it's not easy being a celebrity in London. I'll tell you that right now. Not easy there. I'm just amazed she's not taking photos and selling it to the paparazzi. Could bring in big money.
It only works because you don't know about it.
See, there it is right there. That's why it works. See? Okay. All right. Well, I'll go with that. All right. SoFi down 9, Apple down 150, Netflix down $8, $4.19. Charlie, you're being given a reprieve on those calls. You moved those calls higher, and now you are watching them collapse. This is great. This is great. Let it go. Let it keep going, buddy. Well done. Well done indeed on that condor. AI down 64 cents. Nvidia up 23.70. Tesla down 270 a share at the moment. Welcome everybody, and nice to have you here at the party today. It's good to see you all from wherever you're at from around the planet. 125 is the thumbs up meter. Giddy up. Gotta tell you, Jen and I, we flew over from Calgary. Those of you who were here the other day, you heard me mention that we got lucky and we were able to score an upgrade to business class on Air Canada, where they call that signature class. And it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. We rather enjoyed it. It was very, obviously you have your own little pod We were by the one side on the window side. Each of us had two windows that we could look out of, which was really nice. The seat was like a recliner. Push the button and the leg comes up. Push the back and the back goes down and the bottom slides out. You want to sleep? Lay flat. Lay flat bed was the ultimate move. I got a couple hours of sleep on there. Jen got a couple hours of sleep. The food upgrades were wonderful. Were well looked after. Mealtime, a dinner time meal at the when we took off, and then an hour and a half before we landed, full breakfast, and the service was great. What do you want to drink? And I drank Diet Coke. Jen, I don't know. Did you have wine? Did you have beer? What did you drink on the plane?
I had wine with dinner, and then I had a glass of port.
Port.
My dessert.
What was your dessert?
Cheese plate.
Cheese plate was the dessert for Auntie Jen. I had fruit, and I just enjoyed my Diet Cokes. I think I had two of them. I think I had 2 cans of Diet Coke in an 8-hour plane ride. Sheer luxury for this man. You can't stop this guy from enjoying life at the finest level. But it was great having that adjustable seat, the big screen TV in front of you, nice soft headphones with the sponge soft cover. I watched the movie Being There with Peter Sellers. I love that movie so much. I saw that one. Oh, I know what I'm watching. I'm watching Being There, and enjoyed that movie. It got some shut eye, and it was great. It was just great. Only 30 people in the entire business class section, and 4 people across. That's it. In the back, 9 across. And boy, was I glad I wasn't back there. It was so nice. Swear, thank God I'm sitting on calls on time. Dude, Uncle Bruce, I put on an iron condor yesterday on Nvidia, the expiring September 8th. 465, let me read that again. 565 for the high, 350 for the low, and I got a $67 credit. Do you think that's a safe range? I think you're good. I think you're okay. You might find it. You can start bringing in the range as the time goes by to bring in more money. Maybe you can get your credit up to $150 or $200 as you bring it in. You may find that on the top end you come down a little bit, but on the bottom end you come up a lot. You might come into the low 400s on the bottom end, maybe the 430s to 440s on the bottom end. Bring in a bigger credit to add to your credit already. The upside, you got to watch carefully, of course. The Nvidia shares are obviously the darling at the moment, though, 490 on the stock, which of course puts your 565 calls out of the water big time. So, you'll be able to squeeze both ends of this trade as you go closer to September the 8th. And you can build that $67 credit. This is what I'm talking about with you folks out there who are watching me, wondering about iron condors. I want you to take the attitude that you really want all 4 of those contracts you're involved with, the 2 puts, the 2 calls, you want them worth nothing. That's what you want, nothing. And so you go in with a strategy like this strategy right here, a $200 range on Nvidia, which is a smart move, and say, okay, I'll write Condor. I'll do the Condor here until September the 8th. Now, this is August the 24th. Tomorrow's Friday the 25th. Maybe Monday or Tuesday, you might tighten this range by $15 on each side, or $30 on the put and $10 on the call, depending on where the stock's at. You start squeezing this thing, and you bring in a larger credit than what it's going to cost you to unwind the ones you've got. So the puts, you take those puts off the board and create, involve yourself in 2 closer inputs. You should have a larger credit now. So you're going from 67 to maybe 107 or 127 or whatever you got. The call side, the same thing. If the stock is sitting in this 490 range and doesn't want to even break 500, you might go from 560 to 540, 35.40, bringing in maybe 50 cents or $1 more again. And now your total credit is closer to 200. You've kept your spreads at $5 or less on the calls and the puts. So your credit risk is the same, but your credit is larger on hand, which makes your return on capital better. And you'll find that maybe the end of next week, just before Labor Day, which is the 4th of September, we're closed on Monday the 4th. Maybe on the Friday, the Thursday, you make another move just to tighten up, or you wait until Tuesday, because Tuesday, you've lost Monday for free. That's a day gone nothing. Tuesday, it's the 5th of September, and we're down to 3 days on these calls and puts. And you may find at that time, you're bringing your puts from the 350 to 380 to 410, 420 to 440 to 450. You may have moved all the way up to that, more even to 460, and you've taken your calls from 560 to 525. You're tightening the two for another credit coming into the last 3 days. And when it's all said and done, you started with a $67 credit, but you ended up with a $250 credit, and you weren't at risk the entire time. That is what I'm trying to tell you guys about iron condor trading. Charlie, I only wish I had not rolled up, laugh out. It was a little hit. Well, right now you do nothing and you let these contracts fizzle to zero. Like, let them go way down into the pennies, then close them up. You will be rewarded, I hope, for the whole thing. White Feather, if Auntie Jen took a picture from there, we'd all finally have an answer to whether or not Bruce wears pants during the show. Laughing out loud. See?
The eternal question.
The eternal question, because is it just skin down there? I mean, what's going on? I mean,
it's just skin.
There's a peak right there. I mean, hey. Of course, Jen is one of those. Jen is the kind of person that might take the picture if you donate enough money, because she's spending money in London right now, and you guys you cough up enough dough, she might just take a photo. Oh, I'll do anything. I'll do anything. Chase, great movie being there. Nvidia scares me. $80 move in last earnings. Matthew, iron condos are the best trade, hands down. DQ, 128 thumbs up. Not a lurker anymore. Rugman, what's going on? DQ, White Feather, without the mystery, view ship would plummet. View ship would plummet without the mystery. View ship would plummet without the mystery. I don't know what's going on. Viewership. Okay, well, I see. I would see without the mystery. There you go. There, it keeps the channel alive. Keeps them completely guessing. Now I see what you're saying. Oh my gosh. Nvidia 484, 483.17. So we backed off from a high of 502 today. I know we were 510 on the pre-market. 502 on the actual market, 483 right now, near the low of the day at this point. Still up $12 on Nvidia. There you go. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. We're up 51 on the Dow, only 77-cent gain on the spiders, SPYs. Qs are only up 58 cents. GameStop down 47, SoFi down 20, Apple down 110. The Netflix shares 420 and backing off big time, down 730. AI down $1, Nvidia up 12, Tesla down 340. The Rocket Lab shares are off 11 cents, Matterport down 2 cents, SmartRent down 5, ATIP up a nickel, Unity down 42, Google up 19, Moderna down 81, Cisco up 16 cents, Pfizer down 12 cents, IBM up 87, 144.28. HBQ up 9, Microsoft holding a 179 gain, ME up 4 cents. Amazon down 52. Home Depot is up 68 cents. Vanik Vector's up 70. Goldman up 260 a share. Adobe down a penny. It's reversed. Boeing down 830 at 220 a share. Meta up 146. Target down 56. JP Morgan up 119. Costco down 25. Walmart up 46. Disney down 65. American Airlines down 6. DraftKings down 7 cents. AMC $14.35, or the equivalent of $142 a share. That is the reality over there. Not great. Marcus, I am 131 and your thumbs meter. Dude, okay. Uncle Bruce, I moved my puts in at 425, 427. I just made $20. There you go. Your credit now is 87 on the trade, not 67. How about that? See, That's easy $20. Thank you very much. The calls, you might move them down. If the stocks say at 485, you might move the calls down to 540, 535. Maybe you get 20, $30 more there. It's worth a look, but whenever. You've got till September 8th. So figure it out. It's all good, man. It's all good stuff. Right on. Interesting times. Never a dull moment. The gain now on the Dow is 65 points, and that's all it is. 65-point gain. We've got oil down 113 to 77.76. Oil is losing out, heading for mid 70s now, maybe low 70s. Oil, the Dow is up 60. This is a gain. We were not starting with a gain today. The Dow this morning was off down to 34,439. We're at 34,537. We gained almost 100 points from the low of the day at this point. It would appear, yep. And now we got an S&P up just 7, NASDAQ up 12.5. That's all that it's doing over there. Those two aren't doing all that much. All right. Okay, you guys, Nvidia 481.53. That's the low of the day. The high was 502 today on the markets. 481.48. We've given up $20 on Nvidia after blowout earnings. All right, there's the story. I'm sticking to it. Giddy up, everybody. 180 of you are watching. Welcome all to the program from London, England. Jen and I have arrived safe and sound here across the pond. Thank you, those of you who have found a way to hit the thumbs up button for us. We have 134 of them here now. 180 watching. There's only 46 slackers, according to Mr. Strickland. Only 46 slackers left that we need to convince to come in. Although, what generally happens here is we get a surge of viewers in the first 10 minutes. Then they back off. Then we get a surge of viewers into the opening of the day. And then we back off. And then sometimes we get a little surge towards the end. But I thank you all for the 137 now that have come through here. If you can hit some more, that would be terrific. Thank you all for your help. Okay. Comment from Clay. Could the surge from yesterday mostly be in anticipation for Nvidia earnings? A bit of sugar high with the market selling down today and tomorrow. It's possible, but what will also likely start happening is there could be another surge on Nvidia and other stocks because declarations will be made by certain hedge funds and in other institutional investors to the SEC that if they've increased their positions over 5% because of how it's going, they have to report that. So there might be some reports that show a larger number of shares owned by institutional traders. That could move the market dramatically. How was the flight? Hopefully I've not missed something about it. Very nice flight. Smooth. It was raining out of Calgary. I mean, raining out of Calgary. Let me show you something here if I can. Hang on one second here. We were taking off, and I wanted to just give you an idea. Was sopping. It was just sopping. Look at this here. Hopefully I can show this to you. Look at the raindrops, okay? You're not even seeing the runway very clearly or the background. It was just the raindrops under my window. And I was just holding the camera like I'm holding it now. And then slowly but surely, the pilot ramps up the revs on the engines. And I'll tell you, this plane is smooth as silk, quiet as can be. I love 787 Dreamliners. They run quiet and they run fast. And what you'll start to notice in just a second here is we begin the rollout and the raindrops get blown away very quickly. We're moving now. We're rolling. Here we go. We're moving. You see the light in the background there? Down on the runway. Here we go. Here we go. There. Watch the water. Look at it go. Look at it go. Put the gas on there, baby. Thrust that thing. Hit the thrusters and let's roll. Look at that water just coming off. Just coming off as we're hitting 100, 120, 140, 150 miles an hour, 160. We're going to be airborne here in just a moment as we're heading out of Calgary. in the Dreamliner here. Look at the window now. I mean, there's nothing on it anymore, almost nothing. And we begin to rotate up. There we go. We have rotated. We're already on the noses up, I think, or just about now, I guess. Here we are. Go, baby, go. Yep, we're up. We're up into the air. There you go. And there's nothing on the windows. And here comes the last of the water from the roof and stuff. Just flying through the rain. We land in London. It's sunny, gorgeous, beautiful. Thing was that within 2 hours of leaving town, or within an hour of leaving town, we're of course heading east. It's dark out. So of course, Calgary lights are on here. We're looking to the east from the airport. That's McKnight Boulevard, in case any of you want to know where that is. That's McKnight Boulevard, looking east out of town, and look at the cloud, and it's all socked in. And we're just climbing out of it. Next thing you know, in a few moments, we're into the clouds already. But I'll tell you, the air sure is clear. No smoke problems. This forest fire smoke is all obliterated when you get rain like that. Absolutely wonderful. It was a beautiful flight, great plane. Love the Dreamliners. And we're very happy with this upgrade we sprung for. It was really nice. I was very interested in hopefully being able to lie down, which we did. And Jennifer, with her new hip, no problem at all on this flight. She would have been okay in an economy seat, but boy, to have this recliner feature to get your feet up and then to lie down flat, yeah, this is the way to fly. Let me tell you, this is a way to go. But it was really nice. Sprayer Dam, was it safe to lift off with the plane? It was great. Near the end, bottom window cleaned out there. Clay, I forgot about Powell and the Jackson Hole conference. Sprayer, you should definitely upload this into your travel video. Some good words for clickbaiting and whatnot. Larry, flight attendant, sir, please power down and stow your electronic devices. They don't have a problem with you holding your cell phone by the window. They don't care. They don't care at all. The best thing about it was I had this little, counter area by the window, just below the window. So I put my pillow on the window, and I rested my arm on the window with the phone on it. So my arm was just sitting there. I didn't have to hold it up. I just had my arm resting on the pillow with the phone in hand. That shot was taken with me holding the phone. I didn't have it stuck onto the window with any fancy gizmos or anything like that. It was very nice. It was very, very nice. And we, as I say, we enjoyed it very much. And when we got to Heathrow, we had special services for Jennifer. Even though she has a new hip, she still came with her cane because we're going to do some walking. And she had the wheelchair waiting for her. And they wheeled her up. We went about 100 yards inside the building, and there we got to the powered up golf carts on steroids. And I got to drive with her, and they drove us all the way to immigration and baggage, and that was half a kilometer, 500 yards. I mean, it's a long, long way. And then you got to wait in line in customs to get your turn. Well, we don't have to wait. We're just sitting in the vehicle the whole time. Never got out of the vehicle to clear customs. The agent came to us and just looked at our photos on the passport, make sure we were who we were. How long you in town? How long you in the UK for? We said 8 days. And not a problem. Being Canadians, no problem coming into London. And we were through no time and got our bags, got a cab, and came all the way here. And we were rested when we got here. It was physically we were rested. Mentally we were tired. Emotionally we're tired. Brain-wise, I mean, the stress of the last several days to get ready for this big trip, of course. But it was lovely. It was just lovely. Welcome everybody to the show. Thanks for asking and caring. Larry, thank you, Larry from Splair. Thank you all for being here today so far. We've got the thumbs up meter at 147 and climbing. Thank you for that. We're working our way. Air Canada is what we flew. In case anyone's curious, DH Ruda want to know, it was on Air Canada. And service was fine. We did Air Canada last year. We went economy last year. I've flown across on British Airways, which is not offered anymore. British Airways doesn't do direct flights Calgary to London. I miss that. we prefer British Airways, but we were once upgraded from economy to premium economy on British Airways, and we found that very enjoyable. But I have to say, this signature class was the best, definitely the best, and we rather enjoyed it. But it's not cheap, but it's nice. It's very nice. There you go, guys. There's the story, and I'm going to stick to that. I'm not giving up on it. And we recommend, if you can afford it, to make enough money in the options trades, upgrade yourself to business class. I think you'll be very pleased you did. No doubt about it. All right. Thank you all for being with us here today. It's much appreciated. Okay. Coming up here to the 1.5 hour mark of this show. I don't know how much longer I can last. We're slowly getting to the wall again. Bobby, was there a fee to go to the UK being Canadian? Nothing additional that I noticed.
Part of the Commonwealth.
I think next year, Jan 1, there's a $7 or $8 added fee. It'll be part of your ticket. You probably won't even notice it. But I was amazed, as was Jen. We were sitting in the cart in immigration there, waiting to go through the border, and how many nationalities were in the lineup to go through. Of course, planes were coming from everywhere, not just Canada, but obviously America and all over Europe coming in, all over the world. And there were people from every nationality you can imagine in line with their passports, and the logistics of doing it all. It's unbelievable to me. In a way, I find it ridiculous that you have to have a travel document to travel the planet that we're on. We're on a planet, you know. We all breathe the same air. It goes around and around all the time. We pollute it in our own way. But you have to have all this paperwork just to be able to travel. I find that just kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is. And try to undo it, impossible. Beach Boy, AI is dipping harshly. I'm buying back tomorrow's covered call 30s. Hopefully we'll write later on the surge. Come on, baby, print right on, Beach Boy. I hope you get a good fill on that. I know you'll be putting in a stink bid for that. 30.42 down 217. And so, big fella, way to go, man. Score yourself a nice little gain on those covered calls. Well done, sir. We've got Nvidia still ahead, $15 at 486. They did dip down to 480. Now back to 486 on Nvidia. So maybe we may have dripped a little too far too quickly, and we've had a bit of a correction here. Oil still down $1 at 77.89. By the way. 485.82 on the Nvidia. AI now 30.36 down 224. Way to go, Beach Boy. Brian, number 152, Bruce. Good morning. Thank you, Brian, so much for your constant support of this channel and being here today. Appreciate it. Fantastic. What else is going on? We found out this morning Jen picked up something at a local drugstore here, and she used her credit card to buy it. And within minutes, we received an email from her local bank, from her bank back in Canada, and it just confirmed that she had made a purchase in London, England, and it showed her how much in Canadian it was. And so I was curious, what is the exchange rate for this transaction? And it turns out that the official exchange rate and the actual cost to Jen was about 2.5% differential, which is what credit cards charge. But I did have to withdraw some cash from an ATM yesterday. I just took out like 100 pounds, but that was 15% more expensive to do a cash withdrawal rather than use the credit card. Just so you know, you always have to have a little bit of cash, a little what we call tip money. But I'll tell you, everything else is done on the credit card, and it is so convenient to just have that handle it for you and not worry about the exchange rate issues. We figure that we earn points when we use our credit cards, and for travel points, we end up with about 2.2% return on the points, which almost covers the 2.5% currency cost. So it's not that bad. That in that way, it's not so bad. Interesting, isn't it? How that works. All right. Thank you all. 1651 on GameStop, down 38 cents. Low today, 1632. The spiders are up 179 at 444.82. The high 445.22, 445.22. We're at 444.82. 40 cents off the high of the session. The markets are climbing now. The Dow is up 174. S&P up 18, NASDAQ climbing at 50. So the markets are on a move again. And Nvidia is absolutely pumping up here from 480 a few minutes ago to 488.81. So we're climbing for sure on Nvidia. Brian, Uncle Bruce, want to do a meetup in Calgary this weekend? Let me get back to you on that. I might not make it this weekend in Calgary. Just give me a couple days to figure out my schedule. I'll let you know. Splatter, that's why I need the additional money to travel with my what's it, Degas? At least I figured out in Germany already that money can handle a lot. Frankie, put in my stink bids on AI. Matthew, I think what I'm going to do is go for the tail end of the option chain in Spider, on the spiders for iron condors. Let them fade away to 5 cents and close them out. Commissions will not be that bad. There you go. White Feather, have a peaceful rest, Bruce and Auntie Jen, and a great day, everyone else. Thank you, White Feather. Keep making money out there, buddy. Good stuff. Yeah, right now we have a bit of a surge going on. We're ahead now, 168 on the Dow. We're up 18 on S&P, and we're ahead 49 on NASDAQ. 489, 47 on Nvidia. Nvidia wants to break 490. It's just about there. 489.94. We're going for 490 on Nvidia. We got GameStop down just 39. SoFi only down 9 cents. Apple down 135. Netflix down 760. And AI is at 3017, down 243. So it's near its lowest of the day at this point. Have an 1880 gain on Nvidia. Tesla down 389. Rocket Lab down 4 cents. Matterport down a penny. SmartRent down 7 cents. Unity down 24. Google's up 54. Moderna is down 92. Cisco down 4, Pfizer down a dime, IBM up 84, HPQ up 8, Microsoft up 160. Mostly gains, more or less. A few reds here and there, but pretty well gains everywhere else. A little profit taking on Nvidia from that 502 high print this morning, but don't count it out. It might print higher yet again. It's not over, but right now 47.70. We're getting a little bit of movement here. Let's see here. Thank you, everybody. JR. I'm off to sub for the first time this school year. Have a great day, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. You too, my friend. Thank you, AJ, for being here. Have fun with those kids. Teach them all about contracts, how to do options. Turn them into option buyers so you can sell them.
Turn your back on them.
So you can write calls to them and let them buy them off you. There you go. Take their money out of their pockets. They can afford it. They're rich. They're richer than you are, those kids. You know how it is. Oh, man. What can I say? Too much fun. All right. Well, there it is. Folks, I'm going to pack it in early today. Jen and I are going to get a little rest here. And thank you all for finding me this morning. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Friday. We'll come into the close of the week with option expiry Friday. Have a great rest of your day today. Make a bunch of money out there and just get richer, okay? Just get richer. And let's see how that works out for you. We've got 155 thumbs ups today. Thank you for this. I appreciate it from all the way in the UK. Keep those thumbs ups coming. If you're watching the rerun, everybody, help us out. Thank you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll catch you all tomorrow for Friday's closing out the week. And let's see what's going to happen with that. And I'll see you otherwise after that. All right. Enjoy your day. Uncle Bruce, have a great trading day, folks, says Matthew. Flint Creek, rest well. Eat some scones. Flint Creek, neat. That's right. Don't forget the knee emojis out there, everybody. Thank you all for your assistance today to help this channel light up a little bit. The knee emojis always help too. Larry, thanks, buddy. Enjoy your trip. We'll keep you posted on how we're doing, pal. And there's some knee emojis for you to chew on, everybody. Thank you, Larry, for the knee emojis. Thank you, all of you, for for just being part of this fantastic group of people. Love it. Absolutely love it. Flint Creek, there it is. Neat, 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 neat. Larry, thank you, pal. There they are. Matthew, neat, neat. Brian, neat, 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 neat. Blair, deep value, neat, 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 neat. They're happening. They're emanating from the UK. The Knights, they got to honor the Knights of Knee in this town. No question about that. Got to honor the Knights of Knee from around here. Absolutely. All right, kids. See you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great one. Bye from London.